reporters, welcome back to my channel. We have to get back to the Lizzo story. And full disclosure, if you watched my first video, you know I already admitted I was naively a diehard fan of Lizzo. Okay, so when this news initially broke, I said innocent until proven guilty, but now the news is looking really, really bad because Lizzo's former creative director and her former dancers are speaking out, and these are dancers who were not even involved in the lawsuit. So just to refresh your memory, Lizzo is being sued by her 3 or 4 dancers, claiming that they have been fat shamed, publicly humiliated for their weight, and that they were harassed on the grounds of religion as well. Like there's someone in Lizzo's dance troupe who happens to be the leader right now who wants to convert people to her religion and whatnot. And like the crew just feels like this is highly inappropriate. They're alleging racism. Like there's a lot of extreme claims against Lizzo right here. So let's get into them. I've got the screenshots. These were all posted on Instagram stories. So let's start off right here. So this is the first screenshot I saw. So this is a reproduced screenshot with a comment added. The person who reproduced the screenshot is Courtney H, and she is Lizzo's former creative director for her tour. And the person that she's reposting is named Quinn Wilson, and Quinn Wilson was a dancer on Lizzo's tour. Okay, she's part of the Big Girls Crew, which is the name of Lizzo's dancing group. So let's take a look at the actual tweets. Quinn said, "For clarification, I'm not part of a lawsuit. This was very much my experience in my time there. Big shout out to the dancers who had the courage to bring this to light." So obviously backing the lawsuit that's being filed against Lizzo, claiming that she is very inappropriate with her dancers. She actually harasses them, forces them to eat bananas out of strippers' coochie holes, and a lot of other really shocking thing. So the creative director, Courtney, reposted that, and then she added, echoing what Sequest said, "I haven't been a part of that world for around 3 years for a reason." So there you go. She's saying that she has experienced some of this stuff too, right? For a reason. "I very much applaud the dancers' courage to bring this to light, and I grieve parts of my own experience." So again, another confirmation that she has experienced some very foul treatment by Lizzo and Lizzo's team. Oh my God. "I'd appreciate space to understand my feelings." And then she says, "My sister forever, only a few know what we've been through." Like, guys, I already said in my initial video that I'm naive when it comes to Lizzo. And please don't judge me if I cry. I'm really sad about this, you guys. Like, I love Lizzo. I loved everything that she stands for. And I know that this is innocent until proven guilty, but like this really is hitting me hard. Like I am so stunned. I am so shocked. I never in a million billion years would have imagined these allegations against her. Okay. So now let's get into some of the stuff that Quinn was sharing on her post. Shall we? Her former dancer shared the headline about Lizzo being sued. So there it is. You know, she's saying that she acknowledges that this was out there, and then she gets into some certain aspects of the lawsuit that really kind of stood out to her, let's say. Okay, so when it comes to the Amsterdam allegation, she underlines a part that says, "Those who attended like these wild parties that Lizzo wanted everyone to attend were favored by the singer and had better job security than those who did not attend." So this is a part of the lawsuit that she agrees with. And then there's another part. I'm sorry, you guys. Please don't make fun of me in the comments. I'm just so sad about this. I really am. There's another part that she underlines when it says that an accountant allegedly responded to the request that the dancers had to be paid for 50% of their rate for the time when they're not working, but they're in another country because of this tour, by offering half of that, which is 25%, and then scolding them for being unacceptable and disrespectful for even requesting to be paid for their time. Okay, like that, is very shocking. And that's something that she is backing up as well. And then there was another part that she highlights, which is that, the words that Lizzo allegedly uttered against them, which is, wow, like you're not taking this seriously because you're gaining weight, and to kind of fat shame someone like that publicly in front of the rest of the dance troupe and whatnot. This is where she underlines the words we say have a long lasting effect on people. Okay. And then there's another section that she goes into when it says, "The stunning nature of how Lizzo and her management team treated the performer seems to go against everything Lizzo stands for publicly. And this is why. it makes it really, like, I'm not saying that I don't believe these girls, but this is what makes it so hard for this to sink in for me. You know, obviously, I know that celebrities can be bad people. Okay, I used to work with celebrities. Let me show you. I used to work with celebrities. I used to go to award shows. This is me at the Emmy Awards. I used to go to the Kids' Choice Awards. I used to do this sort of thing. So I would meet them. This is me with Viola Davis. I've met LL Cool J. I've met Angela. Sorry, I'm blanking here. Miss Tina Turner. She played Tina Turner, but she's so beautiful in person, by the way. I've met so many people. I've met Tracy Ellis Ross. So I know, you know, the celebrity world and everything, but just Lizzo, to me, I don't know. To me, she was something special. Okay. Like, just everything that she stood for, like seeing someone of her body type so widely loved and celebrated and accepted, but at the same time so condemned just for existing, and, you know, still rising above that and spreading positivity and encouraging other women of her size and stuff to love themselves and just to celebrate their bodies and just to feel confident and stuff. So now hearing that behind the scenes, these people that she lured into her dance troupe, right, like, are being allegedly abused behind the scenes, told they're too fat, pressure to do things that they don't want to do, and just a whole bunch of other really strong allegations. Like, that is really, really, really hard for me to come to grips with. I can't understand why she would do that, especially after everything that she goes through publicly. Like Lizzo, like so many like hateful men in the industry, and even like in like real life or on social media. Like, for example, in my comment section for my initial video about the story, I had to delete so many comments from so many like disgusting, sick men who came and just said a lot of nasty things about like her weight. You know what I mean? So like, to think that someone who goes through all of that would subject other people to that as well is just really, really shocking to me. Okay. Like, it's truly, truly, truly shocking. Like, I can't. Okay. I can't. So anyway, these are their Instagram accounts. So this is Lizzo's former creative director, Courtney, and then this is her former dancer, who are standing with the dancers who are in the lawsuit. So just as a reminder, these two are not actually involved in the lawsuit, but they are corroborating the stories, and they're saying that they experienced foul treatment by Lizzo and Lizzo's team as well. And I wonder if now they're going to be brought into the lawsuit as some sort of witness or anything like that, right? To help the other girls like prove their claims. Okay, like I am beside myself. Lizzo, I can't believe it. Again, just to clarify, these are all alleged, right? At the end of the day, they haven't been proven in the court of law or anything like that. Like, this lawsuit has just been filed, but it's a lot of people. It's 3 dancers. Now it's your former creative director, which is a huge job. That's like the CEO of the whole operation, and another former dancer as well, you know, coming out and saying things, right? So back to Quinn. So Quinn is one of the former dancers. So I'm sorry to be sniffling here, you guys. I'm really beside myself. So Quinn, the former dancer, posted the image of her friend Asha. And so Asha is saying in her photo, "It's been a weird summer. 2 people I've worked with got called out for creating hostile work environments, etc. today, and another one earlier this year. When I quit 2 of those things, it turned my life upside down because they were undoubtedly on their way to be huge, and I had to start over from scratch. I've always followed my gut on people, and I believe everything always comes back around. I've watched it happen every time. It's really not that hard to run a business and be kind / treat people with respect. That feels like the bare minimum of holding positions of leadership. I really don't believe in being a POS boss. Communication is key to running a business, and the moment I realized I was struggling, I started therapy." And so she reposted that, and she was like, you know, kudos to you, Asha, for like, you know, speaking truth to power and just being like a really genuine person and whatnot. Lizzo, it's not looking good for you, girl. At this point, I gotta say, like, even though all of this stuff is alleged, I believe what these people are saying. It's too many people coming out against you. They've got nothing to gain from lying on you. They have already, you know, proven to be successful in their fields of work. And it's just sad. Hard to accept still. It still is. But at this point, I have to go ahead and believe that this stuff happened, and that Lizzo is not who she portrays herself as being. Her public persona, apparently, it seems to all be a lie. Oh, guys, when I woke up this morning, I listened to as many Lizzo songs as I could. I said, before this sinks in, let me go ahead and listen to her songs because I love her music and I love the message in all of her music. And I don't know if moving forward, I will still like her music the way that I like it now, right now, knowing all of this stuff. So let me just go ahead and get one last good, innocent listen out of her songs while I can, because it's not looking good for our girl. I just, now at this point, I wonder how women who were previously invisible in like the singing world and in like the mainstream entertainment world feel, right? Like no longer having someone, as vibrant, as beautiful, as energetic, and as talented as Lizzo out there. Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys, I'm so sad. Don't make fun of me. Please don't make fun of me. I'm so sad. I wonder how they'll feel no longer having that type of representation, right? Because unfortunately, Lizzo, as far as I'm aware, was the only one who made it at that level. And now it looks like the house of cards is coming crashing down. And it took so long to even get a Lizzo. So how long until we get another big, beautiful, juicy, curvaceous, like charismatic singer, And now I'm just remembering when I fell in love with the Lizzo brand, and I'm calling it the Lizzo brand instead of Lizzo because now I'm finding out that it's not even Lizzo, right? And it's when I watched her NPR Tiny Desk performance. Like I knew her song, like Truth Hurts, like it was really like, hot. It was popping that year. But I didn't know her other music. So, I saw she got millions of views. It came up in my suggested. So I said, let me go ahead and watch this. And her personality was just so big and vibrant. She was absolutely gorgeous. Everybody loved her. She brought the house down. Apparently she broke a record for turnout. And I'm like, look at this. Like the fact that she's able to do this is incredible. And she even talked about that in her performance. She's like, look at me. I am like this big black girl. And I am like, beating the records here at Tiny Desk. And mind you, Tiny Desk has huge artists like Alicia Keys. It's got Usher, like huge artists go to Tiny Desk. You know what I mean? And she broke the records. And I was like, I was on the train at that point, like I just remember exactly where I was when like I just loved the Lizzo brand and everything. So just seeing it all come tumbling down is really, 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 really sad. It's really devastating. And like just thinking about what these girls went through, like, most likely not being taken seriously as dancers, right? Because a lot of people have this belief that when you're a certain size, there's no way you're in shape, there's no way you're fit, there's no way you're healthy. So like there's no way they're going to hire you to be dancers on their tour because they don't believe that you can keep up with the intensive cardio that it takes to dance for hours on end every single day for months on end, right? And then here came Lizzo. She put out this wonderful show just to show the behind the scenes of like how all of this works and this and that, and just really putting a spotlight on her dance troupe and everything, right? Like under the promise that like, hey, I'm your size and I am crushing it. And I want to show people that people our size can crush it too, And so I imagine that after being rejected and being treated poorly because of their size everywhere, when they went to Lizzo, they felt like they were finally somewhere safe and somewhere like, understood and accepted. Because again, Lizzo was around their size, if not bigger than most of these girls, right? So just to be like slapped in the face with the cold opposite with these experiences that they're saying that Lizzo allegedly was fat shaming them and publicly humiliating them and like pressuring them to go do these like debaucherous activities that they did not agree with, and just oh God, it's an awful lot. It's a lot to take in. Now that I finally accepted, I went through denial yesterday. I said, there's no way. I don't understand why anyone would lie. So I'm not calling them liars, but I don't understand why Lizzo would do this, right? Like, where do you get off fat shaming anyone? But now that I've accepted that this may have happened, I still have to say alleged, right? This is a public platform. And it is true that this is all still alleged, but I'm in acceptance mode and I'm in grief mode about all of this, you guys. But that's all I've got left to say on that. I'm going to continue following the story as it like continues to play out for you guys. So if any new updates come along, I will be sharing them with you. But in the meantime, make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all. This is the first time I've ever been super emotional about a story I covered, you guys. Like I keep saying it, but I'm truly beside myself. I cover so many stories of people doing so many horrible things, right? Like I know celebrities can be horrible. I've met so many celebrities who turn out to be horrible, you know, when I thought they were great people. But this one, for some reason, it just hits real hard. Anyway, let me know what you think, okay, in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.